Every time someone meets me, the first question they ask me is, what happened? And for the first time, I don't have an answer, honestly. I don't know what to say. I feel like, well, when I meet a coach, I'll ask him what really happened, because from where I sit, I don't have any answer. That's my first question. Secondly, sometimes I say I feel for you, because in English, we have something we call the vicissitudes of life, how life changes very fast. In 2022, you had a call from the president almost saying he wants to arrest you to leave Dortmund and come here because you did very well qualifying us to the World Cup, which we had missed in 2018. All of a sudden, 2 years down the line, just 8 months after taking your job, people are almost calling for your head. I'm hearing journalists, fans telling me they need to sack you as a coach. How do you feel as a coach hearing those concerns? 2 years ago, people were calling for you. Now, it's almost as if they want to see your back. How do you feel, and do you think those claims are legitimate owing to the performances?
Okay, let me first ask the second question. I think this is part of the job. I knew what I was about to expect when I took this job. This is part of the job. It's kind of normal. I grew up in Germany in an environment with a lot of white people, a lot of racists, a lot of hatred. And for me, I went through a lot in my life, a lot to be a professional football player. I worked a lot, and it was the same as a coach. As a coach, in Germany, I'm the only black person in the whole system there as a coach. So I always have to fight my way through. So it doesn't affect me, to be honest. Because I went through so much. I know where I'm coming from, and so for me, it's all about to protect the players. It's all about the players, for them to get better, for them to learn out of these things. And to your second question, to the first question, what happened? I tried to sum it up. I think the base in these qualifiers are the home games, and I wish we would have played bad, but won anyhow. You know, but to be honest, we played well, but we were lacking scoring goals. You know, and I think it's a complex thing. It's maybe more psychological. Surely there was a lot of hatred coming from outside against me, against maybe the team, and yeah, I can just assure you that I think in all, sometimes it affects the players, and we need support. That's all. If all of you want Ghana to win, we are very down now. If you don't want us to go to World Cup, then you can continue and then you can hammer on us, okay? But if you really want us to go to World Cup, we need support. That's all I can say.
Okay, next question.
I mean, this question, I don't like to speak about myself, like I'm the best or whatsoever. This is not my nature, you know? People can judge me, and surely most of the people will judge me by the results, which were not good. But I have friends, I have mentors, I don't know if you know, but I trained under Matthias Sammer, I was trained under Klopp, I was trained, I was assistant to Edin Terzic, who was the Dortmund head coach, and surely we exchange. And for me, this is relevant. You know, if they say this or that, and they're also critical with some things, and I understand this, but this has much more value if I speak to Jürgen Klopp and he stays with this or that, or if I send him maybe some scenes, then somebody from anywhere saying, oh, blah, 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 this is bad. You know, so I try to get better every day, but I can assure you that I also question some games, but to be honest, like I said, especially the home games, we played well, but we didn't score, and this was a missing point. And it's very, very difficult at national level because we don't just have 3 days. Now we have 2 days of training, and then to play again, and to get things together, get things done. And sometimes in football you can do everything right. If you don't score, you lose. It's like that. And sometimes you play bad, you win. Sometimes you play good, you lose. It's like that. And yeah, I have to accept it. At the end, like I said, the results should have been better, much better. Also, let's say the away game in Niger was also crucial. And I don't make it to the. I don't think the last game was that. I mean, surely at the end was crucial. Also, if we would have won, we could have had a chance today. But I think we lost it, especially in the home games, where this is the base of everything to win these games.
Razak Simpson was one of the outstanding players in our match against Angola. So I want to know, will you now give more opportunity to the local-based players after his impressive performance against Angola? That's my question.
So for me, again, it's not about local players or non-local players, it's about performance. You're right, he did well. I saw him at Nations, I've been going around in Ghana, to watch matches, and he's one of the players which caught my eye. And I think he justified it in the last game, and I hope he will continue.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ebenezer Sadari. Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Ebenezer Sadari, a sports journalist from Joy Sports. Speaking of moving on, you said something about the players. Let me rephrase the question. That we played very well, but couldn't get the goals. So
in the home games, okay, please. In the home games.
Yeah, the home games. Yeah. We played very well and couldn't get the goals. Henceforth, are we going to see more of not necessarily focusing on playing the best of football, but getting the win?
Yeah, it's part of my philosophy to play good football, and I think it's how I see the Ghanaian footballers. I want them to have joy. I want them to be in a construct where they feel well, where they feel home. And I think if you watch the home games, you saw it. It's just the end product, and sometimes it's just little margins. It's like the ball is going to the post. If it's a thing about Chico's header, inside or outside. Sometimes it's even away when we played against Sudan, we scored a regular goal and it was not given. So these are little things which are missing, but which are very decisive, and which can turn the whole story, or could have turned the whole story around. But at the end, this is football. This is football, and this is what happens, and we have to learn out of this. We have to do better. Especially then also when we don't score, we have to work on our defense as well, not to concede. That the zero at least will stand, and so there's much space for improvement.
Okay, so my next question. Speaking of defense, this current Black Stars team has, for me, my observation the past few years is we've had a very good, we are mostly defensive minded, but in the course of being defensive minded and trying to sit back, we end up conceding. But from what I know, it's the best form of attack. The first form of defense is attack. So why defending instead of attacking? Because let's take the previous game for instance. There were times, for example, Jordan had the ball, tried to maneuver around the opponent and maybe tried to get across. But any time he kind of looked up, there wasn't any white-shirted players, Ghanaian players in the 18-yard box. So can I say, that's why I asked the first question, henceforth, I don't see more of attacking football instead of us sitting back trying to prevent our opponents from getting at us.
Yeah, but okay, did you see the home game we had against Sudan?
Yes, I did.
Was it attacking football or defensive football?
From what I saw, it was more of a balance. But at the end of the day,
we had 16 corners, they had 1. We had, I don't know how many shots on goal, we had a lot of chances. And so you are really talking about now, this was not attacking football. I don't want to offend you really, but we have to really, if you say like when we played in Mali, okay, it was more defensive, but we were leading 1-0, and it's a different approach. Sometimes it comes also with the results, but also Angola, when we played them at home, we created a lot of chances, and the ball possession was like 60-40 or something. So for me, it was more offensive, but maybe